Hello and welcome to the second round 4 match of the night between the West Coast Cobras in the green kit against Brozzy FC in the yellow kit here. Fortunately, our scoreboard was not working in the previous stream, but we've rectified it now. We'll have it going for this match. Apologies again for last match. Your commentator, Jade Paul, and team lineups for tonight. For the West Coast Cobras, we have number 9, Luke Ross. Number 3, Hazrata Clarkey. Number 22, Lachlan Ryan. Number 1, Tom Robles. Number 95, Halil Russo. Number 23, Ash Rosen. Number 6, Diego Florenza. And number 27, Daniel McKenzie. And for Brozzy FC, we have number 14, Leonardo Quiroz. Number 5, Andre Juna. Number 2, Wagner Ararujo. Number 7, Fernando Rezende. Number 10, Halil Neto. Number 6, Leonardo Ferreira. Number 16, Bruno Bissan. Number 3, Fabio Vernek. And number 8, Keo Ojima. Game is underway now with Brozzy FC just dispossessing West Coast Cobras, and as I say that, Cobras back in possession. Now Brozzy back in possession. Little flick over the top looking for Quiroz, and it's dealt with well by Robles and Russo. Almost getting the shot off there, and I think it was Ferreira just getting his foot in time before a shot from Halil Russo. Corner ball sent over the top to the feet of Luke Ross. Russo with the ball on the line, and Juna going in for that tackle. Russo, well, I was going to say Russo still ending up with the ball, but he just touches it out for a Brozzy FC side kick in. Brozzy FC, I think, are top of the table at the moment, haven't dropped any points so far this season. Quiroz leaves the ball for Juna, and he's looking forwards for the run of Quiroz, sending it out for a West Coast Cobras possession. That's a great shot from Halil Russo. Just deflected off the head of Andre Juna. Russo again with the shot, and it's dealt with well by Bissan. Quiroz against Rosen, and ball goes out. West Coast Cobras side kick in. Ryan plays back to Russo, cross to Ross. Russo again, ball over the top, and he's kicked it into the heaters on the roof. Be a Brozzy FC kick in. Vernek plays Ferreira, and he's being pressed by Russo. Russo does well. Sends the ball to Ryan over the top, and it's too far. Quiroz, pressed by Ross. Juna plays Vernek. Has Ferreira running forwards. On the ball from Quiroz. Both teams giving away a lot of balls so far. Ryan with the ball high, and dare say Ferreira, yes, Dylan Watson's called it. Ferreira was holding him there. Ross on the free kick. Plays Ryan to the left. Ryan with the shot. Dealt with again by Bissan, the Brozzy FC keeper, and Russo's shot blocked by Quiroz. Ross sending a shot right at the post. Definitely too early to call, but we have so far in this first half seen a lot of shots coming from the West Coast Cobras attacking line. Dare say that the Brozzy FC keeper, Bisan, has made a lot more saves in the first 7 or so minutes of this half than Robles has had to see. Rosen looking in the middle, finds Ryan. Ferreira did well to put his foot in there, and Ryan also did well to keep the ball. Rosen sends it over for Halil Russo, and he didn't quite get it to the feet of Ryan. And quick break now by Brozzy, well defended by Ash Rosen. It's just subbed off for Hazrat Clarkey now. Another shot from Ryan. Arujo now on the court for the Brozzy FC side, along with Resende. Junior and Quiroz on the bench. Clarkey across to Russo. Oh, and he's looking for Clarkey. Can he get on the end of it? No, it's out for a Brozzy FC kick in. Taken by Resende, and Neto stepping on the court. Ferreira being double teamed by Ross and Clarkey. Can't quite see what's happening down there in that corner. Coach John Goodlish standing in my way, but Ryan's ended up with the ball and he's breaking forwards against Ferreira. Gets it across to a Clarkey, brings it onto his left. Great defensive work by Resende. Ball from Resende. Sent to Arujo. Just out of play. I believe that's Diego Florenza now on the court, along with that's Adam Magian on the court as well. Out of Brozzy FC. Out off of the West Coast Cobras for a Brozzy FC kick-in, taken by Nato. Sends it in the middle of the court to Ojima, who I believe is a new addition to the Brozzy FC side. I haven't seen him so far in this season. He might have played net last season in their B side. West Coast Cobras being spoken to by referee Jonathan Silas for encroaching on the sideline kick-in. Bisan forward to Ojima. Neto. And Arujo just slipping in the middle of the court there. Florenza plays Magia. Ross looking forwards across the court to a Clarkey. Has Florenza on this side. Florenza on the ball. And it's an intercept from Nato. Resende against Florenza. Oh, and a great ball in the middle to Neto. Sorry, choking on my words there. That was a great save from Thomas Robles. Neto. Ojima. Resende now. Little step over. Ball's back to Neto. Arujo. Flicks down the line past Ross. Oh, that's a great one too. Unfortunately, didn't quite link up with Arujo. It was a good idea by the Brozzy FC side, who seem to have really found their stride in this game now. Another save by Thomas Robles will So much a save, but an intercept there. Neto with the shot. Resende couldn't quite get in front of Florenza on that back post. Ojima. Oh, the ball just runs under Neto's feet. Or 1 foot, I should say. Wasn't trying to control it with both feet. Clarkey. Oh, and the intercept from Aruja. Sorry. Arujo. Neto. Ball's back to Arujo, I believe, is there. Yes. Free kick called for the Brozzy FC side. Nope, apologies. Quite sure why the referee blew his whistle there. Luke Ross sends forward. Jima and Resende do well, and the ball's out for a Brozzy FC kick-in. Kick-in taken by Resende. Ball sent out. Robles resetting. A Clarkey. Florenza, great run into the middle. Nice little 1-2. Ross, not a lot of width. As a Clarkey moves out to the right. Clarkey against Resende. A couple of step overs, but he didn't fool Resende. Ross down the line to, not quite sure who that is. I haven't seen him yet on the West Coast Cobras men's Supa-Liga side. Could be mistaken. Oh, and the shot from whoever that West Coast Cobras player is. Daniel McKenzie, that was. Apologies to Daniel for not knowing who he was. I think the referee was just giving a warning there to the Brozzy FC for some incorrect substitutions. Ross pressing high on Arujo, and ball sent over high by Brozzy FC's Vernek. Easily picked up by Thomas Robles. Ross sends McKenzie, and the 1-2 intercepted by Vernek, and Vernek does well. Held back by McKenzie. It's a good call there by referee Dylan Watson. There was definitely some hands involved from McKenzie. Russo plays across to Florenza. Ross on the ball now in the middle. Florenza against Vernek. Gets the ball into McKenzie. Florenza now against Nato. Nato does well. Sorry, almost getting hit by the ball myself there. Ross. Ball through to Russo, and it's intercepted, and Brozzy FC choosing to counter-attack quickly on that one. Ojima in the middle to Vernek for the shot. That shot sent high over the bar there. McKenzie, his little roll back for the run of Russo. Intercepted by Aruja, and a lot of hands from Russo in that one. Free kick taken by Neto. As Aruja makes his way off the court for Quiroz. Oh, and Neto sends it straight into the feet of Russo. McKenzie sends back to Rosen, who's now on the court for the Cobras side. Rosen takes the shot and sends it into Vernek. Oh, and the shot from Halil Russo's left foot had a lot of power behind it. Wasn't on target. Rosen sends in Vernick. Can't quite get the ball under control. Neto sending it forwards. It's picked up by Robles. Sends in Ross. McKenzie. McKenzie playing very well, despite me not having seen him before on the men's Supa-Liga match sheet. Maybe I have seen him and just didn't recognize him, but to my knowledge, I don't think he's played in the Cobras men's top side so far this season. Rosen. Oh, and great pressure from Ojima, and McKenzie does well to deal with the pressure and send Rosen in. Rosen dispossessed by Juna now, taking off with the counter-attack. Block there from McKenzie. Juna plays Vernick. Vernick ending up with the ball. Tripping over Halil Russo's feet there, winning himself the free kick. Timeout called for the Brozzy FC side. Not quite sure why the refs aren't calling it. Oh, yep, there we go. Good opportunity here for Brozzy FC to put themselves ahead. I think so far in this match, the shots predominantly have been coming from the West Coast Cobras side, but Brozzy FC have created a couple of chances for themselves, so definitely aren't out of this match. And if they can put one away from this free kick in the last couple of minutes of this half, it'll really help them going into the second half. Referees calling players back onto the court. My apologies, I forgot to stop the live stream clock during that timeout, but there is about 4 minutes 50 left on the clock. 55 to be exact. Righty, Brozzy FC, I think, would have been talking about a set piece for this free kick, and the shot from Vernick. That's a great save from Robles, and Luke Ross with the break. Ojima did well to put his foot in there. Russo missed touch on that shot. Ross on the side kick in. Referee Dylan Watson standing in my way there, so I'm not sure what happened, but Brozzy FC, Andre Juna with the ball. Ferreira now plays forward for Vernick, and it's intercepted by Russo. Russo with a left foot shot. Blocked by Juna, and a follow-up shot from Ryan. Blocked by Ferreira, I believe. Ross at the top. Rosen out on the right-hand side. Russo. Great save from Bissan. Ross again at the top. Rosen on that right-hand side again. Ross looking to take the shot, and it's come off the head of Juno. I dare say it wasn't on target, but Russo was looking dangerous at that back post, so Juno did well to get his head on the ball. Ross sends it into Resende, and in the end it's out off of Vernek. Rosen gives the ball to Ross, down the line for Russo, and a little touch in the middle for Ryan, who did well. Bissan easily catching that ball from Ryan. Ferreira plays Juna. Advantage being called by the referee. Resende. Resende with the shot, and Robles comes out well. Foul count now is 4 fouls against the West Coast Cobras to 2 fouls against Brozzy FC. There's only 2.5 minutes left in this half, so don't think the Cobras have to be that careful on their watching their fouls, but good idea to keep in mind that they are 1 foul away from 5 fouls. Russo with his left foot again. Sends it straight into Bissan. I don't even think he had to move his feet to make that save. Rougeau sends Ferreira. Resende forwards. Juna, missed kick by Juna. Rosen now has Ryan on the right. Takes the shot, and Bissan did definitely have to move his feet for that save. Great shot from Ash Rosen. Russo, bring it onto his left. Rosen, wide to Ryan. Neto. Ball's back to Bissan. A shot from Araujo over the bar. Robles sends long for Ryan. A great little touch off his chest, and Russo finds the ball. Oh, and the foul given away by Ryan. Quite sure why Ryan is... Just as I said that Cobras don't need to worry about their foul count, they're now on 5 fouls. They just under a minute now left in the half. Ryan wanting a free kick for that. He just ran into the back of Nato. Not quite sure what happened. Resende. He's kicked in the ankles by Clarkey, and that's the 6th. West Coast Cobras foul, resulting in a 10-metre penalty now to the Brozzy FC side. I guess no matter how little time you have left in the half, should always pay attention to your foul count. Penalty taken by Rougeau, and he sends it way over the bar. Quiroz stopping the ball from Robles going forwards. Russo looking to go around Ojima. Can't quite keep the ball in. Ojima on the side kick in. Neto sending forwards. There's no one there for the Brozzy side. Clarkey. Russo now. Magian making the run, telling Russo to move forwards, and Clarkey's ball intercepted by Aruja. Ojima now moving forwards, and Russo did well. Magian, the slide tackle. Free kick given to the West Coast Cobras. think maybe some hands were used in that tackle before the slide from Majin. Arujo looking to get around to Clarkey, gets around him, and Robles does well. There's no seconds left in this half. Score still standing at 0-all. Neither side managing to get on the scoreboard. A lot of frustration coming from both of the refs. The Brozzy FC side in the second half of that first half seemed to really pick up their energy and put pressure on the West Coast Cobras. And Cobras don't seem to like it at all. We'll see if any tactics changes are made by either side. We've just seen the first game of this round 0-all at halftime, and this game 0-all at halftime. We'll have a couple of ad breaks and we'll be right back with the second half of this round 4 match between West Coast Cobras and Brozzy FC.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week in Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
Referee Jonathan Silas calling teams back onto the court for the second half.
Let's go back up.
Kick off with Brozzy FC to start this half, and ball's back with Quiros. Immediately Brozzy FC give the ball away to the West Coast Cobras for a side kick in. Ross plays into Mackenzie, a great little touch behind for Florenza. Arujo did well to see the ball out there. Bit of frustration there from Coach John Goodlich as his players are not listening to his instructions defensively there. Florenza. There's a Clarkey, a Florenza and a Clarkey again. Ross now being played on this right-hand side. Mackenzie in the middle. Clarkey looking to take on Arujo, plays Ross. Great run forwards by Clarkey. Mackenzie, across to Ross. Got the Brozzy FC side defending very deep in their defensive half, and just as I say that, they give the ball away for a Brozzy FC possession. Neto, across to Quiros. In the middle for Arujo. Neto sends it out. A Clarkey. Florenza. Clarkey again. Mackenzie. Ross out on the right. Florenza. Oh, and a misplaced pass. Looking for a Clarkey, and Ross did well to stop Neto going forwards. Ojima, Neto. So Rougeau making a run forwards, and it's intercepted by Clarkey, but Ojima cleans it up. Keeps Brozzy FC in possession. Quiros pushed off the ball by Florenza. Ross now against Nato, and Nato did well there. A Clarkey testing Bisan. Florenza finds it Clarkey near the back post. Little step over, and Nato ends up with the ball. Ojima gets past Florenza, past to Clarkey, past Ross. Ross did well to get himself back. Florenza, a Clarkey, great little 1-2. Mackenzie at the back post. The ball from Florenza sent behind the run of a Clarkey. Mackenzie, I think, was at the back post there. Juna pressured by Clarkey and Florenza. Sends the ball out. Yeah, great run by Mackenzie, bringing some width back into the West Coast Cobras attacking play. Oh, and Ross sends it forward hard. And Clarkey can't get on the end of it. Know if you can pick it up on the microphone, but Coach John Goodlich definitely wants his West Coast Cobra side to follow their players. Juna plays Quiros out here on the line, and that's great pressure from Mackenzie, sending him backwards. Great follow by Mackenzie. Oh, and Juna with a great run through the middle and sends the shot high. Just like in the previous game we watched, a lot of off-target shots from both sides here. Rosen plays back to Mackenzie. Mackenzie with a left foot shot, and it's blocked by Quiros. Mackenzie in with another shot, and he sends it over the bar. Ferreira finds Quiros. That's great vision by Ferreira. Picked him out between the West Coast Cobras defensive lines, but Quiros sends the ball into Rosen. Luckily, Resende. Shot from Ross, bottom right-hand corner, and Bisan just getting his foot to it. Kenzie out wide to Ross. A lot of high pressure here from the West Coast Cobras. They're definitely pushing for a goal. They just need that final execution. Resende finds Junior up front. Ferreira. Oh, and Ross gets the ball. Russo against Resende. Resende's late into that one. Russo wins that free kick. Free kick taken by Mackenzie. Oh, and it's a great shot. I think Andre Juna got his head to that one. Sending it out for a West Coast Cobras corner. Bit of language there from Coach John Goodlich. Hopefully he didn't pick that up on the stream. Mackenzie with another shot, and he sends it over the bar. Bisan. Forwards for Ferreira. Ferreira took a poor touch there, but he manages to fix it. Juna out to Resende, being pressed by Rosen, and Ferreira out wide. Down the line for Brozzy FC number 3. West Coast Cobras bringing the ball forwards again. In the last few minutes, they've really been pushing hard for a goal. Moving the ball well and attacking well. Been pushing the Brozzy FC side deeper and deeper into their defensive half. And the shot from Rosen over the bar. Bisan sends Vernek. Back to Juna, being pressed by Russo. Great pressure by Russo, but the pressure on Resende wasn't there, so Brozzy FC were able to get out of the press. Juna being pressed by Ryan. Ryan just catching the back of Juna's foot there, and nothing called by the referees, so not sure if a rolling foul will be called when the ball goes out. And Resende just sends the ball to Ross. Juna does well to stop the ball going across the face. With Russo in the middle and Ryan at back post there. Rosen. Russo sends it over. Vernek gets the ball maybe a little too easily there. Rosen defending behind the player. Might be worth stepping in front of the player in that situation. The score is still 0-0 and the West Coast Cobras look like they're trying to push for a goal here. Again, Ash Rasen behind Vernek. He's getting the ball easily. Ryan breaks away and Resende sends it out. Rosen. Magin on the court and the shot from Rosen. I think that was deflected off Russo.
Don't leave their target isolated. Drop off. Don't isolate their target. Yeah.
Vernek. Resende out wide here for Ferreira. Can't quite see what's happening down there. Ball's with Resende, and a little step over to get around Ryan, and he sends it to the back post. Vernek doesn't quite get that finishing touch on the ball. Shot from Arujo, I think, blocked by Rosen there. Arujo again against Rosen, and Rosen gets the ball out, but he sends it straight back to the feet of Brozzy FC. Send it all the way back to Bisan. Ferreira. Resende over the top. Arujo's there. Again, Ash Rosen letting that pivot player getting the ball too easily to his feet there. It's causing a lot of danger for the West Coast Cobras side. Rougeau on the side kick. Resende in the middle for Vernek. A nice little 1-2 and the ball across the face blocked by Rosen. Resende on the corner kick. Arujo. Couple of little step overs there. Don't think Majin moved his feet at all after those step overs. Arujo again sends it out to Vernek, and Vernek can't quite get on the ball. Timeout called for the West Coast Cobras. There's the referee's whistle to call the teams back onto the court. So West Coast Cobras side kick in, taken by Ash Rosen. Russo sends into Florenza, and a poor pass from Florenza almost gives away possession. Luckily, Magian cleans it up for the West Coast Cobras side. On Russo, Magian cleaning up that poor touch as well from Russo. Magian gets around Ferriera, and the shot easily picked up by Bissan. Arujo running at Rosen as Rosen drops off the pressure. All over the top from Rosen for Magian. Headers it over the bar. Bissan looking long for Arujo. Neto sending the ball out there, stopping Russo, making his way up the court. Rosen bringing the ball forwards. Rosen down the line for Magian, and a pull pass there. Magian couldn't quite get it under control. Ojima looking to go around Russo. Russo does well. Robles on the ball. Magian. Balls into Florenza. Great run forwards by Russo. Magian trying to instruct Florenza where he wants his run to go. Rosen did well to get around Ojima. Shot deflected there by Ojima, I think, from Rosen. Russo out wide to Ross, down the line for Florenza, and the run in the middle from Ross. It's a big tackle from Neto, and West Coast Cobras are not happy with that one. Ojima slips over there. One-two between Rosen and Russo. Oh, and Russo sends it into Quiroz. Quiroz and Ferriera now. Well defended by Luke Ross. Looks like he's still up in arms about the call not being made in the box there. Or in the D, I should say. Yellow card being awarded to Luke Ross there. I'd assume for dissent. He was pretty upset not being given a penalty. Five meters. Ross with the volley, and he sends it over the bar. West Coast Cobras, I know, are upset about not receiving a penalty, but would definitely do them a disservice to stop paying attention now. It's only 0-0. One lapse in concentration, and the Brozzy FC can put themselves on the scoreboard. Quiroz sends Resende down the line, and Clarkey does well, but Resende ends up with the ball, and Neto at the back post. Robles did well there. Resende. Juna finds Neto. Quiroz against a Clarkey. Ball's down the line for Juna, and Ross sees it out. Juna plays Neto, and block from a Clarkey or Ross. Not quite sure who that came off. Clarkey definitely blocked that one from Neto. Resende, Neto again. Back to Bisan. Bisan being pressed by Clarkey, and Clarkey couldn't quite cut that passing channel to Neto. Didn't really need to because Neto just sent the ball out. McKenzie back on the court for the West Coast Cobras side. Ball from Florenza, stopped by Bisan. McKenzie back to Ross. Nice little rotations by the West Coast Cobras on Florenza. Almost let it roll out, got it to McKenzie at the back post, hit the side netting. Bisan looking forwards, and it's a little bit too long. Easily picked up by Robles. Florenza across the court to Ross. Ross has Junior in front of him. On a Clarkey on the other side with time and space. Little shot off, and Bisan almost fumbles on that one. Resende pressed by McKenzie, and McKenzie pays off for him. He's got a Clarkey at the back post. Florenza, shot saved by Bisan. 2v1 now for the Brozzy FC. Neto with the shot, and it's great save from Tom Robles. Follow-up save again from Tom Robles. Timeout now called for Brozzy FC. Probably a good time for the Brozzy side to call a timeout there. The West Coast Cobras were picking up a lot of momentum, pushing very hard for a goal late in this second half. Coach John Goodlich on the West Coast Cobras side upset about Luke Ross having to defend a 2v1 while his team watched and didn't try and get themselves back into good defensive positions. I can't quite hear what's happening on the Brozzy FC bench. It's a Brozzy FC side kick in. Sent to Vernek. Gets it to Arujo. Arujo wants a free kick there, but not being given it. Arujo almost dispossessed by a Clarkey. Luckily the ball falls back to Junior, and the shot from Vernek over the bar. Vernek works hard defensively there. Oh, and that's nice header from McKenzie, and an excellent back post ball from McKenzie. Played very well today for the West Coast Cobras side. Four seconds being called there by referee Dylan Watson. The West Coast Cobras will have an indirect free kick here. As they gather around the ball and discuss their free kick tactic. Oops, my apologies. We are in stop clock time. There's just under 2 minutes left. I frantically click up my clock. The free kick blocked by the Brozzy FC wall. Ball across the face, sent out by Juna.
Out one. Hold it up. Work hard now.
Ryan does well against Arujo there. Oh, and he gives the ball away. Vernek looking for Arujo, and it's blocked by Clarkey. Juna. Ball intercepted by McKenzie. Ross here on the free kick. Side ball. Mackenzie. Still a minute and a half left, and the West Coast Cobras are really pushing for a goal here. Ryan gets around Vernick. Mackenzie at the back post, and it just hit the bar there.
Come on, we've got this. Player H. Drop off, drop off, drop off.
Bissan looking long. Ryan did well to get in front of that one, so Arujo couldn't get on the ball. What I was suggesting earlier in this half, Ash Rosen do. Step in front and stop the pivot player receiving the ball to their feet. Shot from Vernick, and it's blocked by Ross. Arujo. Vernick again, blocked by Ross again. Arujo, Vernick, and this time it's back to Arujo. Dribbles the ball out. Keeper throw from Robles. A Clarkey. Plays Ross. Ross against Arujo. Back to Ryan. Ross again. Ryan out here on the right. Ross. Ross with the shot, and it's deflected off Arujo.
That's right, that place. 5 minutes.
Oh, and that ball from Mackenzie to the back post.
Keep it up. Keep it
Excellent ball.
up. Drop off.
A Clarkey just didn't quite get on it.
Player H. Win that knocker. Well done. Oh.
Mackenzie sends forward to Vernick, but luckily sends it back to the feet of Ross. Ryan's shot blocked by Resende, I believe. Ross. Just under 20 seconds left. A Clarkey. Across to Ross again. Mackenzie out on the right. Ross in the middle. Takes it onto his right, and Mackenzie sends it into the middle again. 2 seconds left. This will be the last play of the match. Corner kick for the West Coast Cobras. Shot by Mackenzie, and it's blocked. 1 second 40 left. Mackenzie again. Oh, and he just sends it past the back post. West Coast Cobras will be kicking themselves for not having someone standing on that back post there. Score 0-0. A great game down here. Did look in the last few minutes of that half like the West Coast Cobras were going to come away with the 3 points, but Brozzy FC did well to keep them down to 1. That is the last men's Supa-Liga match of the night. We have more tomorrow, and next we have the first women's Supa-Liga match of round 4 between Phoenix Futsal WA and Dina's FC.